and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
Oh, we got something for you.
Oh, just let me out. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me out. Oh, just let me out. That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep
the gatekeepers will not keep me out.
Keep telling me to let me out. Fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, Parkins Live with Artie Europe. It's the original drama cast. Stopping the point. CD and verse. Team out of class. First, being our resident goofball expert.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I just said you're a goofball. I didn't say you're a smasher.
I was. Yeah, I knew you were gonna. I was waiting.
Yeah. You know the worst thing about this thing is it's like I'll be honest with you. There's not much tragedy here, and normally I like to take this stuff and goof on it.
You mean comedy?
Yeah, comedy. There's tons of tragedy. Yeah. Let me think. I have a terrible cold, and I'm literally playing Hurt today. So, and believe me, I want this out there. I really want to.
I need that as a clip now. How is the guy's gonna clip that?
Great, I'm sure he is.
Now, right. what we're covering today, there's not much tragedy.
There's plenty of tragedy. It's like the worst kind of tragedy. All right, let me cut the music because this was driving me nuts. Look, this community, and one of the reasons I want to do it because no one else is going to do this. I don't think you guys have any idea how sick, what a bunch of sick puppies these guys are, and I want people to know it. I experienced it myself when Technicals and Nick got into it, but I had no idea just how far the rabbit hole goes. And I really like other communities to see about it, because what Technicals did this weekend, yes, he showed up at this funeral and made a eulogy that was about himself, and there's no way around it. I've got his own words, and I've said before that I hope Technicals is lurking. I hope I'm in the video and he makes fun of me. I hope the whole night, because he clearly has no idea what life is outside of that community. And there does seem to be a thing. It's like, well, this is our thing, so only people within our community can comment on it. Fuck that shit. Fuck it hard. All right, because I mean, this is bizarre. Absolutely the most. Thanks so much, guys. I'll read them off later. This is like bizarre behavior. It's macabre. Did I use that right? English major?
Yes.
Yeah, this is absolutely macabre, and in every way. And I think other people are going to know about it. I think what Technicals thinks is when he gets this out there, that everybody and their mother is going to kind of jump up and down and call the official TOs murderers. But I mean, I think more than likely two things are going to happen. They're going to look at Smash even worse than they already did, and they really don't have good standing now. I mean, these are guys that need to be told how to take showers. And I'm not like making that up. Wasn't that a rule change verse a couple years back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not even being cruel, right? I don't think, like I said, I don't think it's going to be. Yeah, I mean, it's true. I mean, and then you have this Leffen situation. This rivalry between Leffen and Hacks have been going on over a decade. A decade. I like. It's really obvious that there is mental illness involved, because nobody can hold a grudge this long over something so petty. And in fairness to, I guess, Technical side, there's a lot of this on his enemy's side too. I mean, in a lot of ways, they're just as sick. You know, they're just as. I mean, it is. I'm absolutely sure that people are picked out because they don't have their values or things like that go on, and you know, that's the politics of stuff like this. It's a very gate-kept world by a bunch of weirdos, and this is when you get, you know, kind of weird outcomes. And this has to be one of the weirdest outcomes that I ever saw. And it's just like, I didn't think I would be shocked by it, but I was. And I know, you guys know how I feel about pearl clutching and virtue signaling. I don't know how else to do this stream. I'll try not to clutch too many pearls, but this is what I'm about to show you is mind-blowing. The first thing I got to put out is to maybe correct any accidental misinformation I put out there. Hacks' mother is apparently in control of his account. I stated that he died of a broken heart. I've never stated the manner of death. That he died from or that he died from complications from the previous train accident in August 2024 is mere speculation and a part of the reader. Now, I did believe that. I put that out there. But Hax's mother is basically what this comes down to. We don't know why he died. We have no idea. None. No idea. Could have been related to the accident, not related to the accident, second suicide attempt. Could have been natural causes, a freak accident. We don't know. Nobody knows. And what you're going to see is more direct than I ever thought it would be, technicals, and that's what this is about at the funeral, will tell you that this guy was murdered by the community, by the TOs. And it's so obnoxious and it's so over the top and it's so twisted. It just makes the whole thing sad. Didn't you tell me Chud won't cover this because it's just too sad? I'm not saying something.
It was like the day of or the day after, and he was like, just didn't want to talk about it.
I don't have anything to lose anymore, so I guess I'll do it. I'm going to show you this. This is unbelievable. Obviously, now I do want to say a couple things about this funeral. All right, I'm not criticizing his mother on the side. I mean, I wouldn't do this funeral for my kid, but it's not my kid. All right. Let me get those chat boxes going here. It's not my kid. They did some things that were kind of strange, I guess, because they had like the game set up and everything like that. Not everybody here was as weird as technicals. I'll be honest with you. They did try to do sort of like what they did. What I was told, Willie told me they did with Real Talk. It's kind of a celebration of his life, and he probably would have wanted. He's very connected to that game more so than he should have been, and I think that's what's going to backfire here eventually. He's very involved in this game, in this community, and in some ways that seemed to be appropriate under the circumstances. Not everybody was like technicals. So I don't want to, I want to make sure that you guys know that. Not everybody was like technicals, all right? This wasn't as creepy. I don't want to give the impression as one shot that this particular thing was as creepy as the whole thing. It wasn't, okay? Some of you guys, I don't know, like I'm Catholic, I'm recovering. Open casket funerals are very common. I've gone to a bunch, so that's a cultural thing. I don't know. His name was Aziz, so I don't know. He's Muslim. His mother's name is apparently Jeanette. I got that through his obituary. So that's public knowledge. I didn't dox anybody. And so I imagine she's not. So he's probably his ethnicity really doesn't matter. But this is unbelievable. Tommy Catholic, hilarious. Yeah. I was born. Yeah. This is Technicals making the whole damn thing about himself.
Perfect height. Wow, thank you. Yes. Short cage, baby.
And the first thing is he apparently robbed a house, had a home break-in because he decided to dress like that, which is, I'm sorry, it's classless. Yeah, you don't dress much better than him. I don't, but for funerals I do. Yeah.
First off, thank you to everyone for not assassinating me on my I appreciate it. That was a concern.
By the way, he's the final speaker too.
Also, thank you to Mom Hax, because without her, I wouldn't have been able to make it on such short notice. So, thank you. That is a real person. That's Hax's mom. Get the camera over here. I see it's over there. Is the camera over here? Whoever's watching, that is Hax's mom. She's a real person.
All right. What he's referencing is there were rumors that somebody else was controlling, maybe possibly Technicals was controlling the account. It's not that difficult to, you can see why people came to that conclusion. I just exited out Smaggle's thing. Let me get it back up there.
I'll pull it up for you, bro.
No, I got it. Okay. Smaggle probably autocomplete. I actually hit X.
It's there.
It's like one of the first ones. So this is the reason that some people thought that. She wrote, "Okay, guys." She got involved in the zero debate.
Yep.
For whatever. Okay, guys. Contacting a 14-year-old girl when you're 25 is something vile. Back in the day, and this is days after her son has died, this is strange behavior. Back in the day, like in the 60s, it was normal behavior. How things have changed since the 60s when I grew up. It was a much better time. You misunderstand a group. Okay, so he's got that right over there. I'm not going to go into what Smaggle has to say about it, and and what have you. It just seems like a really bizarre thing to get involved in that drama. Was Hax involved with Zero in any way, other than playing him first?
No, but it makes sense to me if him and Tentacles were close friends, and she probably just knows about him because there are other people that are also banned, and it's something her son's going through.
Okay, I gotcha.
That would be my assumption.
No assumption, yeah, okay.
And especially if you believe the whole thing that Tentacles said with the suicide note and how that actually matters somehow. Mm-hmm. So I guess if you pretend that matters, then...
Yeah, I suppose. That is...
Saw a lot of debate about that for some reason.
And I also want to keep in mind, his corpse is directly behind him on his right while this speech is happening.
Now, I'm pretty sure I'm blocked by half of you, so I'll only be grifting a little of your time today. It's any solace, I'm not making any ad revenue off this appearance, but...
A YouTube joke.
If you'd like to slip me a 5 on the way out, that is also acceptable.
He's going to entertain everybody. I mean, like, there's a dead 30-year-old man behind you.
Thank you. Okay.
And by the way, I'm all for jokes at funerals, and sometimes they lighten the mood, but these are like insider stuff. It's so bizarre to me.
Me and Hax first started talking to each other April 30th, 2021. I didn't know him as long as most of you, unfortunately. Wasn't a Melee player. I was a Smash 4 player, actually. I got top 10 in Las Vegas. Our top player tried to hit me with his car. Joker origin story. You can look it up. It's online.
So he talked about his gamer prowess in this situation to those people.
Yeah, I didn't start out this way, okay? You guys made me. At the time when we started talking, I was looking into the Skyhouse story.
No, there was a lot of speeches. Most of them are inside of the community that was there. Listen, I got no problem with any of this. My thing's Technical. Technical's a YouTuber. He's game.
And I found out that Jisoo was his ex-girlfriend. Very relevant to that case. I don't see her in the audience, so I can only imagine she's using this as motivation for a new NFT as we speak.
So Jisoo's ex-girlfriend, who he ended up being a part of the lawsuit, correct? Against her, that just ended up getting settled, and they pretended to claim victory over it, I guess, right? So he brings that up too.
Yeah, because I think part of the settlement was she had to retract some stuff. So they're like, "We won."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how that went.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I don't know how it's appropriate. The tragedy is as big as this. He's 30 years old. 30. To me, it's a kid. Can you speak at my funeral? You really want a good time? Have Technical speak at your funeral. Guy's a riot.
If you have a problem with anything's jokes, comedy is how I cope. Okay, so how dare you?
You know, and that's the thing. Like, how you cope with jokes, I get all that, but I don't get all this fucking inside bullshit about yourself, about your gamer prowess. I don't get that. And then you'll see that he'll use this as a call to arms. He'll use this tragedy as a call to arms against tournament organizers, against his enemies, and eventually try to get Leffen banned.
Unfortunately, things took a turn for the worst in June of that same year when he decided to upload his first video on Leffen. Evidence.zip 2. Show of hands, who thinks I ghost wrote that?
Again! Makes it, I guess he's been accused of writing Evidence.zip. First.
What's up, sorry?
So he was accused of ghostwriting Evidence.zip?
I think he was just involved in it. From my understanding, that was like part of it, right?
I think so. The Evidence.zip is probably what kept him if the TOs had an illegitimate reason to keep him off, right? Which I have no doubt with the way this community works, that could be the case. Evidence.zip, or which, by the way, you explained to me before. Evidence.zip is the name of the folder that got Leffen banned the first time, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I just do it because it's the easiest way to find it on YouTube. Just go evidence.zip. But really, this is a Leffen exposed video that's like 2 hours and 40 minutes of, and most of it's very unhinged, to be kind.
Don't be shy, I don't fight. Is this a funeral?
Funny.
Never mind. A joke bombed.
Maybe
Okay, sure he'd expressed problems with the melee community on call before, but not even I knew he was dropping a 2 hour and 30-minute video. Ruined my sleep schedule.
Still about him. We're, what, we're 2 minutes in? Nothing about, we said Hax's name once, maybe?
All right. No one raised their hand. You guys really just kneecap me there. Not one person. You're recording. You're my friend. Stop. I would sooner overdose on Fent than greenlight that video. And Hax, being the great man that he was, would not resign me to such a fate. Because ever since that day, he decided to become my confidant. His words, not mine. He really likes saying that. He'd run everything he did by me before deciding to do whatever he wanted anyways.
So, judging by that laugh, all right, I had no problem with that. It doesn't sound like Hax, Aziz, listened to anybody. Is that fair to say?
Oh, yeah,
like,
no.
yeah, like, all right. I mean, look, we've all had people like that in our lives.
You're not gonna tell him shit.
Shit. Like, listen, I really want your opinion on this, and they did just do the exact opposite. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you realize his full tag is Hax fucking money, right? That's his
This is
full
why
tag, though.
this is why the technical troop is so stupid. He was unhinged years ago, and suddenly everybody had the ceasefire. Guess who wasn't a part of it?
I'm dropping truth.
I mean, I honestly, if me and Nick were on better terms, then there would have been no ceasefire.
Get your refreshments. When he disavowed me on YouTube or on Twitter, it's because we decided that would be his best way of getting unbanned. We all know Smash players don't care about the objective rules. They don't care about being fair. It's all about optics. We're playing an optics game in the background, playing Game of Thrones, just to let this man play the game that he loved. And if I had to jingle some keys to make that happen, so be it.
Isn't there always politics in these communities? In fairness,
Yeah.
I mean, Smash seems to be particularly weird. I'll give him that. But isn't there always a certain amount of politics? Especially when the gatekeepers get in charge. I mean, they're just like a bunch of Reddit mods. I get that. I mean, that's a pain in the ass. I can't stand those people either. But I'm not going to let them walk me in front of a train.
For 4 years, he'd share secrets, future plans, posts, grievances, you name it. When he told me, Tech, I got the vid that's going to change everything. Just watch this. I'd look at it, tell him, Hax, this is terrible. You can't upload this. Then he'd nod his head, agree, and guess what I'd see on my timeline a couple days later?
Yeah, and then you promoted it. I remember you pushing that thing. You may have deleted the tweet since, but I remember you pushing, oh, Hax got him this time. I saw it on my timeline when I followed you. Now, I had no doubt in my mind. You told him this wasn't a good idea and that wasn't a good idea, and he didn't. But you tweeted it out. You were like, way to go. I specifically remember that. I wonder if he's going to turn around, delete the tweet, and say, prove it. I bet Willie remembers it. Because the way it was presented to me is like, can you believe Technicals is pushing this shit, this Evidence.zip. And I was like, what's Evidence.zip? It's like an exposed video. And I'm like, this is insane. You pushed it either way. So I think, is that how he's going to get out from around it?
If you knew Hax, you'd probably know what I mean. He was a very stubborn guy.
You still pushed it. So is that his move first? I didn't have anything to do with that.
But to me, that was his most admirable quality.
Oh yeah, even though what I was saying, he was going to do what he wanted anyway.
Yeah. I told him not to do that. It's not going to make a difference anyway.
How many times we told him to move on, no matter how many people were against him, and no matter how many times he got knocked down, he'd always get back up. When his hands couldn't keep up with his insane tech skill, he said, and I quote, "Arthritis be damned. Give me the surgery, doc." Brought a tear to my eye. It's beautiful. And just like that, he was back on top of his game. It was like magic.
You know what Comment Cop called this? A preview to his video. So he's going to say he had nothing to do with Evidence.zip, even though he did push it. And then, absolving. I mean, all I ever saw is this guy being encouraged. All I ever saw was this guy, his behavior, his videos, his criticism. Nobody was telling him to let this go in that community. They were all cheering it on, and this looks like a change for me. It looks like he changed the story here.
I don't have a source for that quote, but I was there, trust me. Hell, the man even created a new controller, the box, that revolutionized the Melee community. Sure, people created knockoffs, his ex made a competitor's website, and his big soft relentlessly promoted it, but I'm sure that's purely a coincidence. Nothing to see here. Moving on.
Can you really, copyright a hitbox verse? Can that actually be an IP?
Yeah, I mean,
because I could build a Mortal Kombat style panel for an arcade stick.
Yeah,
as long as I don't.
Different build though.
What do you mean it's completely a different build?
Well, it's there's completely different inputs. It's like one of the only ones that exists for GameCube. It's completely different layout.
It's completely
different uses.
So they did steal his design.
Yeah, they did a knockoff. Yeah,
they did a knockoff. Was it a legal knock? I mean, some knockoffs are legal.
I mean, you can copy people and
I know. I mean, see, I know how to make arcade sticks. You can just drill the holes where they need to go. I literally can look at the box and make my own.
After all, we're all on the right side of history, unlike those QAnon conspiracy theorists. Hacks love Melee more than anybody in this room. There's no question about it. Our circumstances make that evidently clear. But there was something else that, to his own detriment, he couldn't seem to let go of. And that was the truth. So, in honor of his memory, let me tell you what he actually thought. Hacks hated groveling for his unban from organizers he saw as corrupt and cruel.
They probably were. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to say, I had nothing to do with Evidence.zip and I didn't encourage him. And this guy did, and he was murdered by these guys that wouldn't let him in for stupid reasons. Even though Evidence.zip itself is a really strong reason not to let him in because it's unhinged ranting. But yet, he's going to say, I didn't have anything to do with it. There is something wrong with Evidence.zip, but at the same time, the TOs are guilty. Even though that's more than enough reason. So he's going to have it both ways.
Hacks hated being gaslit into thinking that standing up to a bully was somehow wrong.
Standing up to a bully is wonderful. Obsessing over it after you lost is unhealthy. And if that unhealthy obsession gets you to walk in front of a fucking train, then it's got to stop. And keep in mind, we don't know to this day, how Hacks died. We have no idea.
Hacks hated being forced to live a lie just so he could live his life.
It's like transgender fucking defense language, right?
What lie is it? Is it the defense of Leffen or what?
Yeah, it's like his obsession with Leffen is just totally unhealthy. Jesus Christ.
But most of all, Hacks hated that the people he cherished and the game that he loved religiously for almost 2 decades.
Maybe that was the problem.
had abandoned him so easily, mocked him relentlessly, and said absolutely nothing for years without so much as a second thought while signing his life away.
So the game signed his life away. Do I have that straight? Did I hear that?
Signed his life away because they banned him
Yeah.
from competing.
I'm sorry, if you walk over a train because you're unfairly kicked out of a community, and I'm going to assume he was, what Evidence.zip or his exposed video on Left actually says the opposite. I'm going to assume there's a serious problem there that goes well beyond getting kicked out of a community. I think there's some serious problem there. I think it's easy math. You don't have to be a psychiatrist.
I want to make something very clear, so I'll leave you all with this.
He's trying to make him martyred, yeah. And the whole thing is it's just tragic. It's just tragic. That's all this is. Just tragic. No in between.
I'm not here for any gushy reason like, oh, I love Smash. No. I'm here because Smash killed my friend. And while I pray Aziz rest in peace,
I'm trying not to laugh.
Nintendo, until this is fixed, I'm making it my job that they don't.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're making it your job. Like, I mean, who are you? Here's what you're going to do. Here's what you do. Because if anybody sees this, any adult sees this, that's outside of this community. If you actually blow up your video like you hope you will, if you think this is your ticket, here's what's going to happen. People are going to start asking questions about the mourning mother. That's what they're going to start doing. They're going to start asking questions about her. They're going to start pulling those tweets up. They're going to start saying.
They're going to start poking all of the holes.
They're going to start poking all the holes.
All right.
So
define in detail how Smash killed him, and then you go.
Yeah. So just like all the other, like who did Technicals get off? Sky, right? And did he do the Nero video? Did we establish that? The Naro video?
He did a Nairo video. He was talking about something about the Nairo ban.
With the defense or the ban itself?
Double check it.
All right, okay, we don't know. So, and then he did the Zero. No, but he's never helped anybody. And Hack's never got unbanned either. He's never really helped a soul. And if this video blows up like he thinks it is, I'm sure it's going to be embraced within his community, which he's got almost content. Like, to speak like this, I think it's fair to say he's completely Smash content brain. The only thing people are going to do, they're outside of this. And the excuse
it was a ban appeal video. Sorry.
It was a ban appeal video. Another guy that was talking to underage kids, right?
I think underage boy he had.
Yeah, underage boy.
It's been so long.
Okay, whatever.
There's shit in a hotel room.
Okay, so that guy didn't get off. He's still banned, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Hack's never got unbanned. Zero's definitely not getting unbanned. I mean, no one looks at the Zero situation and says outside of Technicals community and thinks this is normal. And it's really not really it actually shouldn't be that surprising that Technicals would make this eulogy about himself. It's not surprising at all. And that's what I want people to know. Because when Technicals makes his video and puts me in it or whatever, it really does. It only stays within Smash. I get a couple days of dumb tweets. Let me finish this video. You got it?
And make sure to pre-order a box and sign up to Mewtwo King's HelloFresh to get free breakfast for life.
Okay, whatever. So it really just turns into stuff like this right here. I'm happy to show you this. Okay. I fucked up my own stuff.
Oh yeah, my bad. So he listed the evidence for the ban appeal in the description, but he was going after Nairo and saying if Nairo should be banned, or if Nairo is going to be banned, Zero should also be banned.
Okay. So what what I did is I retweeted Comment Cop's tweet about Hax's mother, which is some of the stuff that was written is definitely strange. I've never attacked Hax's mother. I don't think anybody should either. But I think what Technicals is going to do is bigger the story is get, there's going to be questions asked of his mother. She has no idea what she's sticking her nose in. So they hit me in the zap tie. Here's a video of zap tie. You're going to leave this here. Oh my God, combo with 16-year-old girl or somebody you thought was 16. Have fun, whatever you do with that. Did you just take that? I don't know what it stands for because I'm such a boomer. Then I want to jump you right now and take off that bra. Okay. This is what Ed did years ago. And you might know. Yeah, I know. He's such a lover, isn't he? Right?
No. The MHM was like,
Yeah. Okay.
That's
all
what
right,
it is. It's not any acronym. Don't worry.
This turned out to be a 14-year-old girl, right? And Ed left the community. I have stated, as I've stated with him, and I've stated with Call Me Carson, as I've stated with Zero, Technicals knows this. I have a very unpopular opinion when it comes to that stuff. Usually between when guys are like, 18, 19, maybe 20. There is a line with me. I don't think people sexually mature all at the same time. And I hate to see a horrible mistake be punished with life ruination. And that's why I stuck up for Ed. And I don't take it back. And that's why I stuck up for Call Me Carson. And that's why I actually lended that same generosity to Zero. So why have you turned on Zero? Why have you said that's fucked up? Well, it's a twofold thing. I made a video stating just that. People make mistakes. You can hear it. It's on this channel. It is not a popular take. It is like, you support pedos? And I took it on the chin. And I said Zero should also be treated like that. Right? Technical saw that. And then he still hit me in the zap tie. Right? I don't take any of the zap tie. And I don't take my initial support of Zero away. Here's the difference. And Comment Cop puts it brutally. So Zero decides to get into the Leffen debate too. I don't know what Leffen's got to do with Hacks dying, but hey, whatever. And this is what he did. This is the ice pussy girl. Groomed a 14-year-old for months, lied about not knowing the age, also convinced the soliciting news, suddenly claims confession was false. So he confessed to it, and then he's just like, oh, no, the whole thing was bullshit. Sues for defamation, but could deny soliciting news from a 14-year-old in the lawsuit. Settles the lawsuit, acts like a win, thanks to Technicals. Claims he has evidence of innocence and doesn't show it. Still attends Smashville events despite being veds. Still a predator. Still no remorse. That's the key, and still supported by retards like Technicals. From what I could see, Zap Tie took responsibility for it, and that's where I think there should be a certain amount of forgiveness for people in that particular situation. We're not talking about a 30 or 40-year-old guy messing with a high school girl. We're talking about people that are anywhere from 4 to 5 years apart. And I think in my opinion, you can call me a pedo. I have a family. I have 2 kids. I have a normal life. You can call me. I think there should be some room for them to turn it around. Do I think Zero's one of those guys? Absolutely not. Because he's gone from I did it till it never happened. And I'm being, he's using the same thing that like I'm being persecuted by the TOs. That's the difference. That's the difference, my friends. That's the difference there, Clutch. Moral faggy mind defending Augie, saying it's okay for an 18-year-old to talk to a 14-year-old girl. Nobody said it was okay. Just maybe there should be some forgiveness there. By the way, it's fucked up. You shouldn't be doing that. You get out of high school, leave high school girls alone. Not only for the legal ramifications if you're American, just do it. Find girls your own age. But I do think there should be a little leeway for people 18, 19, maybe 20. Maybe 20. And I stand by it. And had Zero not gone from confession to outright denial, I would have put him in the same category. And you can't say that I'm just saying this now because I said it when the event was happening. I did a video where I begged Technicals not to make the video. He used that as a way to make fun of me, which is fine. Oh, you make fun of me, wow. But I tried to be as fair as possible. This guy is the most dishonest guy I've ever run into. He is the most obsessed guy that I ever wanted to. Obsessing over Leffen did not help. And now he's going to run away. Now he's going to try to run away from Evidence.zip and say, hey, I didn't do it. He did it on his own. At the same time, at the same, like, hey, look, I tried to tell him it was a bad idea, and then I'm going to, in the same breath, as you saw in that funeral, but Hacks was about the truth, and he couldn't stand away from the truth. Well, you can't really have it both ways. It can't be, this is not a good idea, and then at the same time, Hacks was about the truth. That's why he did it. You cannot have it both ways. No way. I don't know who the Mana Lord is, but this is some criticism that I found out there. Apparently, they run, which makes me not believe it, alt-right tournaments, whatever. Mana Lord and Technicals should, okay, we cannot let far-right grifters tarnish the heavy legacy of Hacks. I really don't think that Technicals is far-right. I think what happens is the two sides of this thing are, you have sort of the virtue signaling types that probably, if I had to guess, you probably have the virtue signaling types, and then you have the technicals types. Both seem to be pretty crazy to me.
I think when people use this language, it's literally just, you have the people who conform their language around like societal norms, and then you have people who haven't confined to that. I think that's literally the.
Yeah, it's probably okay. Yeah, so it's not to be taken literally, is what you're saying.
Well, I'm just saying, I think that's the differentiation that people make these days, is like people that have, I don't know, people use that really loosely these days.
How old is Zaptai? 19 as far as I know. 18 or 19, I'm not sure. Mana Lord and Tacticals. And by the way, I'm not saying it was okay to talk to that girl. I want to make it 100% clear. I don't think it was okay. I just think it shouldn't be the end of your life. Especially if you show remorse. And then I can pass it off as sexual immaturity. I mean, I'm sorry. These guys that get in YouTube, I mean, these guys that do Smash, they're not like the kids I grew up with. I mean, I thought I was fucked up when I was a kid. I mean, I had it way more normal than these guys. I had a girlfriend in high school.
They're a whole different breed.
It's a whole different thing. So I'm basically showing compassion. That's what I'm doing. If you think my compassion is somehow pedophilic, fuck you. You probably don't have. I have kids. I'm trying to show pedophilia. I would like to think, God, I mean, at least my kid's into sports and wouldn't get this involved in this shit. I hope. I'd like to think I'd put a stop to it if he did. I mean, geez, my kid got kicked off his soccer team because we complained about his drunk coach. Yeah, he was hurt, but he got over it the next day. He was 7 at the time. You were a normie, Chad. I really wasn't. I was one of those heavy metal jerk-offs. A technical shop been allowed anywhere near Hacks' funeral. Well, that's not your choice. During their attendance, they proceeded to ghoulishly use the funeral stream for their own benefit. There's some truth in that. Let's not get it twisted. Hacks never once attended the cesspit known as the Mana Monthly. Don't care. A tournament ran by the Mana Lord that prides itself on being a safe place for alt-right sex pests. If you're an alt-right sex pest, so this guy's twisting it too. Then there's Technicals, a cult of personality, destroyed any progress in regards to unbanning Hacks. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. All these people are insufferable, by the way. Technicals had the nerve to go on the mic, paint himself as a social martyr. Yeah, that's true. And tell us that how Hacks really felt. Yeah, that's brave when somebody's in a box right next to you. He proceeded to slander Hacks, claiming that he did not personally develop at all behind the scenes, and Hacks never changed his views. I don't think he did that at all. So this guy's dishonest too. These two only enabled his behavior, I believe that, and contribute. And that's how anybody outside of this community is going to think Technicals, no matter how you cut the cake. You might get patted on the back within the community. Outside, they're going to think you're nuts. They're going to think you're a crazy person, which actually might end up being the truth. Contributed to what happened. I think everybody needs to put their foot down and see this for what it is. Two opportunistic jackasses using the death of somebody, deeply troubled man, to bolster and galvanize their rotten followers. Right on the head. With a hammer, making career out of enabling deeply troubled people. I got to be honest with you. That speaks to motive. I don't know what his motives are. I can't even imagine what Technical's motives are. I don't even think it's as simple as I want views. I don't. I think it's probably more twisted than that. And there's other stuff. Technicals is fucking disgraceful. Bottom-feeding piece of garbage for many reasons. Now, this is their community. But you know what? When this gets outside of the community, outside of Smash, this is going to be the response to Technicals. I guarantee it. If anybody even cares. But his little performance at Hax's funerals had to be one of the most blood-boiling things that I've ever seen in my life. And I think anybody that just watched that will come to the same conclusion. He is complete and utter scum. All over an obsession over this guy. Now, this is another thing. This was pointed out to me yesterday. There's a group of people that want Leffen to comment, but Leffen won't comment because, I mean, why would you comment after something like this? Leffen had 4 years to respond and not make himself a victim to a YouTube video. He was the main driver behind the cancellations in 2020. Even if he was, it doesn't matter. It might make him a bad guy, but it didn't kill him. Mental illness killed him. He wants accountability for hacks, but can't take accountability himself. So he's basically damned if he does and damned if he doesn't. He couldn't even be honest about hacks apologizing. Get over it. I got to be honest with you. If I were Leffen and somebody made a video like that about me, I would want him nowhere near me because the video's unhinged. Even Technicals thinks there was some things wrong with it, even though it was brave and stunning.
Sorry, I had to grab my fob.
Yeah.
What happened?
No. This is truly, truly, truly unbelievable. I've never seen anything quite like this.
Okay, buddy.
Technicals wants revenge against Levin and Jisoo. Yeah, like, where's this revenge gotten there? Anybody? If that's the motivation, revenge. What's revenge? What counts? Getting him banned? So what? He's not even playing anyway. And you told me that's because he hasn't been able to get a work permit, right? Over here, over in the States.
Yeah, his visa got denied again.
Yeah, probably because there's a guy like, I'm coming here to play video games professionally. No, you're not. You're trying to get in for another reason. There's no such thing as professional video games. If he gets the right guy, then he'll probably get through, no problem. He's not even streaming this stuff anymore. Leffen made similar videos about
other games.
I have no doubt in my mind Leffen's a stooge. Is he a stooge?
Who?
Leffen.
A stooge? What the fuck does that? Are we in like the 40s? What the fuck does?
I don't know. What is stooge? Jerk off? I don't know. Whatever name you want. I have no doubt in my mind. What's the difference?
He's a prick. Yeah.
He's a prick.
I mean,
you're gonna be pricks in life. I think the worst thing you could possibly do if somebody has delusions is tell them those delusions are legitimate. Maybe like, yeah, you got fucked. This guy fucked you. Sometimes that happens in life. And work on that rather than telling him he's a victim of fucking crime. I mean, this battle is going to go on. You know, it's 10 years of this shit. And Technicals comes in and just throws more wood in the fire. Let the fire go out. I don't know. Anybody got any questions to this? Because this is basically all I got. You want to add anything? Because I mean, it is probably one of the more incredible things that I've seen. And yes, he stood in that guy's grave, and literally right on it. Looked ridiculous, said ridiculous things, and made it about himself. Technicals told him to distance himself so the community wouldn't attack him in every staff. So, well, you know, but he also promoted this every time he made a video, he actually put it out there and promoted it. I saw him tweet it out.
At a certain point, it's too late, though, right? Like, yeah, I did see Technicals telling hacks, like, if you need to, like, disavow me or whatever, like, if that's what needs to happen, like, say what you need to. I'm not worried about it.
Tommy, you're gonna kick Technicals' ass. I'm out of the ass kicking business, and I wouldn't be stupid enough to get in a fist fight over this shit. That's what they do.
To see that.
I wouldn't.
I would love to see that.
Would fight my fat ass, fight technicals. I would not want to fight technicals. How about that? I think because then I become technicals and his community. That's insane. There's no part of me that would want anything to do with that. I want technicals exposed. That's what I want. Fair enough.
This dude's fucking retarded.
I had to say
no,
reaction.
Leffen's not responsible for Hacks dying, and neither is Technicals. Technicals is not responsible for him dying. No one said that.
No one said that. He did enable. I think he had a community of enablers. I don't think anybody around him was telling him. But I mean, in fairness, maybe Tech is right. Maybe he wouldn't listen anyway. But YouTube promoted this shit. YouTube promoted Evidence.zip. Whatever qualms Technicals had with Evidence.zip or this attack video on, nobody tried to. Can you show me where anybody in this community said, "Hey, let's bring this down a notch"? I heard Willie called a murderer because they dug up a tweet from a year ago when he was telling Hacks, "Hey, just be quiet for a couple years. They'll let you back in." But he kept going on and on and on. And then, the suicide attempt proved that T.O.'s right. That he wasn't stable enough to be there. The attempt itself justifies the banning. We're talking about a guy who tried to kill himself with a train. He also did everything T.O. said. Oh, I have no idea. I wish you'd call in. I have no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind that they were being unfair to him. But they would have had a much better case about the T.O.'s being unfair if he had kept his mouth shut, taken those videos down, and then and disavowed them. And then Technicals would have had a case. He's disavowed the videos. We have 2 years. He's healthy. He's going to other tournaments that are outside the official tournaments. There hasn't been any issues. There hasn't been any problems. Maybe reach out to Leff and do a fake handshake. Yeah, he apologized. Yeah, but I'm sorry. He apologized, but he never took any of this stuff down. Please call in. Please call in. I'm sorry. If that wasn't enough, it still wasn't a good idea to walk in front of a fucking train. That justified the TOs keeping him out. They're keeping him out because he's unstable, and then he does something completely and totally unhinged. They don't want people in the tournaments, and they can justify it. They're a threat to themselves or others. And if you're willing to do that, you could potentially be a threat to another. So they're not taking any chances. Do you understand that? Oh, that guy's nuts. This is what you're dealing with. You guys are seeing in the chat right now. And sick and twisted. But Leffen, what are you? My fucking 7-year-old kid was like, but no you. It's all a no you argument. But Leffen. Yeah, but Leffen. Leffen had nothing to do with it. Did Leffen try to keep him out? Did he try to rip him off? Yeah, that sucks. It doesn't matter. Stay quiet. Don't talk about Leffen. And if he couldn't do that, if Tech couldn't talk him out of it, then they're justified to keep him out. So any non-justification or bullshit reason to keep him out gets a lot easier to look the other way on when you have his past crazy statements. Just stay quiet for a couple years. No, I know what we'll do. Well, I'll try to kill myself, and then I'll have all these people around me say that the Smash community, after I pass away, killed me. Unbelievable. I don't even know what else to say. But I'm looking forward. I am looking forward to Tech's video because there's nothing more that I'd like to see than him get exposed, and just how sick this community is. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Say I'm old? You're right. Are you gonna tell? Well, he's not one of us. Are you gonna try that track? I don't care. I'll still keep talking about it. In fact, I may be covering this a lot more every step of the way. You think, oh, you're not going to let anybody forget it? This is the kind stream. The next one, I'm laughing at you. He did that, and they wouldn't let him play anyway. Oh, Jesus Christ, boy. What was it? Umbros, whatever his name is? Yeah. Hey, listen, dude. They may have kept him out for are you not hearing me? For bullshit reasons. That's no reason for the rest of the community to continue to encourage him. Like, does anybody care about this kid? Like, look, I don't care about this kid in the sense, like, I care about him like another human being. You know, I don't like to see anybody, especially young people, end up in this situation. But does anybody care, or is the left side of this, or these jerk-offs right here, and then technicals? I guess he's just a weapon? Is that all he is? Because that's what it looks like to the outside world. That's what he looks like. What exactly was being encouraged? His behavior when it came to Leffen. His crazy statements. Oh, unbelievable. The fact that you can't see the hey, this Evidence.zip is great until it wasn't. Unbelievable. Do you really? Let me ask you something. What do you think is going to come of this? Are they going to post-mortemly unban them? Or is Leffen going to get banned for all his past bad behavior? I bet neither happens. Hacks apologized to Leffen publicly over it. Hasn't been talked about in years. It was Technicals bringing up Leffen. Yeah, well, good job, Technicals. So he didn't help. Technicals didn't help. He hasn't helped zero at all.
Great, you just just proved our point. Leffen already served his ban. Great.
He served it. Yeah, Leffen served his ban and went back to normal life.
But Tommy is still being a prick.
Yeah.
All right, ban him again.
Thank God Leffen didn't have friends like Technicals. You know, that's all I can say. Leffen had already, this person, he really doesn't. Leffen had already been banned for worse behavior. I'm sure. Guess what? This person, he just doesn't get it. Call in. All these is yeah, but arguments. He continued harassing people. Oh, fucking unbelievable. Oh, it's an obsession. What you're seeing in the chat is a full-blown obsession. But Leffen. Yeah, that'll get you unbanned. This guy isn't real. Yeah, that's what I'm going to show you. LOL cope. You're the one that's fucking coping about it and having 10 different reasons. You don't care about this dead guy any more than I do. It's just about Leffen. But Leffen. What about the dead kid? But Leffen. Leffen did worse, but this is unfair. Wah. Grow the fuck up. Ugh. Wah. Yeah, what a jackass. Dude, this is what, and take a good look. This is what you're going to deal with. And this is going to be probably with, this is Technical's audience right here. Umbraz, or whatever the fuck his name is. This is Technical's audience. The yeah buts. Yeah, but. Yeah, what about this guy? He was going to tournaments that were not official, correct? The last couple months. He did recover from the injury, correct? To the point where he was going to tournaments.
Yeah, he was going to some other side stuff.
Yeah. No issues there?
Not to my knowledge.
No issues. Unbelievable.
Yeah, like just recently, like I told you earlier, Gimmer was letting Hacks play at the final Xanadu, let him play and stuff. So like there were people still trying to help him out. It wasn't just, fuck this guy and keep him out forever.
Yeah. There is a sense of entitlement. I mean, like sometimes you get kicked out of things illegitimately. Acting like it's a war crime didn't help hacks. Handling it the way it was handled didn't work. Did it? I don't know. Nobody cares. Well, I know what to do.
I don't know. It all just kind of feels like pretending that life is fair and it's not.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
it does. It's a childish way to look at things.
Well, it's like Hacks got banned for too long. Eichelman chewed at Leffen, et cetera, didn't get banned either long enough or didn't get banned when they should. Like, yeah, make the fucking list. Like, life isn't fucking fair.
Yeah, life's not fair.
I'm not saying I'm happy about it, but like.
Well, maybe Leffen will get banned.
Try to fix everything.
Maybe Leffen will get banned, and he'll walk in front of a train, and everything will be better. That'll fix everything, I guess. I don't know. Unbelievable. Nobody. Let me tell you something. Nobody outside of your insane, disgusting community is gonna say yeah but or agree with yeah but. Nobody. So Technicals will only preach to the choir. He will only preach to that person in there. That's it. Nothing will ever come of this. And it's tragic. It really is. Rip Hacks. Enough said. Let's move. You want to be
Lynn waiting to call.
Oh, Lynn? Okay, sure. Lynn, you're on the air.
Oh shit! I thought you forgot about me.
No, well, Jeannie didn't forget you. Jeannie got you.
Hey.
What you got?
I can never forget you, Lynn.
Well, I have no idea who any of these people are, first of all. But having listened to the conversation and like kind of caught up in the meanwhile, this just seems like it was bound to happen. Like you and Verse were mentioning before about like how it seems like a war crime and like
that's the way they make it seem.
Yeah, it's because it's a bunch of like turbo spurgs who this is the only thing they have in their life, and they have no social like interactions at all beyond what their parents.
I actually think it's above that. But even if you take turbo spurgs, which are just people to laugh at, I think the fact that after what Hacks did takes it to a new level, that it's a lot deeper than Smash. It's a lot deeper than being kicked out of its community. It's a lot. It has more to do.
Well, someone's right in chat. Like,
yeah,
he blamed his ban for his issues, but it was his mental health and a bunch of other things together. It's like way more complicated.
Yeah, sure. That's what it was.
I mean, like I told you, he's been playing since he was 12, Tommy. This is like his entire.
Yeah.
Like this is all he knows, dude. 12 to 30.
Basically,
this is
all
what
you
he's
can
been
remember.
Doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure it was devastating.
There's some things I want to. There's some things I want to say about that, but I won't. I won't because of the circumstances.
You, quote unquote, quit. So you can say the things you
because I don't want to. I don't want to seem like I'm attacking somebody that's really suffering right now. Because I don't want to attack somebody that doesn't need to be attacked. And you know what? They're probably going to get attacked once Technicals puts his video out. So do the math.
Well, then I'll do it. I'm not do it anyway.
No, I'm not doing
right.
it. I got no. It's like my line. I'm not no. But like he's playing since he's 12. I just I don't know. I can't. Like I'm not going that route. Let's just say I tell Tommy to turn the fucking Xbox off when I think. Here's like the rules in the house over here. If there's like, I can't, this is not fair. Turn it off. Turn it off. That's inappropriate behavior.
I'd say your recreation was inappropriate, so I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I
think it's this weird like. You know how people are like, oh yeah, priests and social workers or whatever, they're all like terrible people. It's just because certain things drag certain people into it, like CEOs being psychopaths, etc.
Yeah.
You have fighting games and Nintendo.
I think any
very
community,
specific things.
once you get gatekeepers in any community, and you just get people that is one thing I don't really understand, because I'm not attracted to power, but there is people take power wherever they can get it, whether they can be a Reddit mod or a TO in Smash or something like that, and they just almost always abuse it. There's always going to be some person that's not there to. They're entrusted with a certain amount of powers to keep things. It's more about them being seen. There's another guy coming into the fighting game community, Mr. Wizard. You know, he was a guy that was in love with his own fighting game power. You know, and some of them are in obviously in Washington. You know, some of them are in Washington. You know, some people can't handle power. You know, and can't not make it about themselves. You know, it's just the whole thing's tragic. We're talking about we got a dead 30-year-old kid in a casket behind me. We're talking about fucking Leffen, another 30-year-old man that's had a war with this guy for like 10 years, and nobody could fucking de-escalate.
You think when he was standing there having his whole moment for himself, that even for a split second he thought about that there was a dead person behind him in a casket that no one was ever going to see again?
He's
even
not
for a split second.
This guy, I don't. He's not 10 years. They're right. It really got crazy in 2020, but their rivalry goes back 10 years.
No, Evidence.zip in 2013 was by the Swedish community. That was
that was in Hacks, yeah. That's the original Evidence.zip, yeah. But I'm talking about the one that Hacks used as a title. Yeah. And he is a jerk off, I'm sure he is. But he's almost 30 years old now. He snapped out of it. Maybe he had people around him that didn't tell him the world was against him for getting banned. Maybe he's like, hey, dude, you know, you kind of fucked up here. Yeah, I did. We didn't have that with Hacks. We got a bunch of people just reinforcing, encouraging this shit.
His abuse goes back that far.
Yeah, that guy's funny.
Hey, Tommy, you know what? Here, if you ever want to humor yourself, here's, just so you have it, here's Evidence.zip for you. You can download that and read it.
Yeah. Evidence.zip.
You know Tommy can't read.
I read fine.
I know,
I read the last
but we could try.
There's no preview.
Download that. Zip. Download the zip.
Download the zip file? Okay. Hold on a second.
You're just sending him a zip bomb, aren't you?
No,
I
wish. That'd be a lot funnier. So there's a Word file with his Smashboard posts that were toxic, quote unquote abuse. There was Swedish forum posts, and then there's a bunch of various Smashboard links in the other one, but you can just look at one of the other two.
I don't have. Let's see. I need a product key for this.
No, you don't. You don't.
I don't. What do I got to do then?
I think you. What the fuck with the bottom?
No. It's in German. That's the problem.
No shit.
Okay. No. I want to fucking not. I know I can't get rid of it. Oh well, I can just move it over.
Okay, I was like, what? Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't. I was
Tommy about to pay for WinRAR? Damn.
WinRAR, yeah, man. You know. Like, what is this? Summarize this horse shit if you could, because I can't look at it because I don't have a fucking office.
Well, this word page is Smashboard posts by Leffen that were toxic to the community.
Oh.
And then the second one is Swedish forum posts, because obviously he's in the Swedish scene.
Okay. So he was a dick. So Leffen's a real dick, huh?
Yeah.
How many years ago was that? 2013. So he's 30 now. He's 30 now. That means he was 20 in 2015. That's also, so then go back 3 years from there. So he's 17 years old? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
How dare he be toxic? How dare he be a dick?
So he's a prick as a teenager. Shocking. An esports guy, a prick.
Never seen one of those.
And his behavior continued. Oh my god.
Yeah, he was still rude after the fact.
I'm sure he was.
Everyone you meet is going to be nice.
Sure he was.
Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, you know what? He's also breathing. And I got to be honest with you, Umbrers, whatever the fuck your name is, I think you want Leffen more than you want Hacks walking around and breathing. You want him punished. I think everybody wants him punished more than they want Hacks around. I think for some people, Hacks' death is fantastic. Now we have a club for Leffen. That's obsession. That's sick. And nobody outside of your community is going to fucking look at it that way. They're going to think, they probably just think everybody at Smash is completely nuts.
Leffen
Hopefully,
is the ringleader.
Is that guy, am I getting trolled here? Probably.
No, you're not. I promise.
I gotta be getting trolled. Come on.
Nope.
There's a few new names in chat who are being a bit. They always come out of the woodworks.
Yeah, he's a ringleader. He made a death note with his phone. Oh, fucking shit. I mean, this guy probably listened to all fucking 2 hours and 40 minutes, just nodded his head. Nobody listened to that thing. Nobody listened to the thing that was an adult. I really wonder, where do you work? I want to know what this guy's life is like.
Work?
Where do you work? What do you do for yourself? What do you do for yourself? So he didn't start a hate campaign? Oh, God. Jesus fucking Christ. Man. Oh, I can't even stand it. Whatever. Don't ban him. You have a right to be an idiot in my chat. Find Tommy the Docs? What the fuck is he talking about? All right, let's talk about something else.
No. Go read the comment right above that. No.
Look at your room, dog. You have no room to talk. Yeah, I built an arcade. I'm almost fucking 50, dude. And I have never behaved like this. This is my fucking room, and I can do whatever the fuck I want with it.
Please don't forget, you're talking to people who are like young enough to be your kids.
Yeah, I'm totally a gaming dork. Actually, it's a really good point. I'm totally a gaming dork. There's no doubt about it. I'll probably be a gaming dork to the day I die. You guys are on another fucking level. Beyond anything that anybody can take in. Nobody can understand this outside of your community. So no more games for me? Well, guess what? I'm not going to fucking walk in front of a train because I'm rejected by a community. And then, you know what? If I was, I'd have my friends around me telling me I was fucking nuts and I needed help. God. I made a schizo post? Yeah. Whatever. It's just a joke. You wanted me to talk about the Twitch stuff? That's too funny. This is too funny. Twitch has been charging users for subscriptions to permaban streamers for years. This is billing users. You might want to go check out your stuff if you have somebody like this. Has billing users for recurring subscriptions to permanently ban streamers, directly contradicting the platform's own policies. In March of 2025, a streamer had been permanently banned on Twitch revealed to Dexterito, under the condition of anonymity, had continued to receive payouts from subscribers to a totally inaccessible channel. This despite Twitch's policy stating that existing subscriptions will not renew if the streamer is indefinitely banned. Now, did they do anything about this?
They're raking in that $250 a month, man.
Unbelievable.
Because Twitch still gets their half too, Tommy, you know?
Yeah, I know.
So they're just collecting all that money too.
They're collecting all that money, so they're taking the full. So it's like Twitch is just getting all the money. So if you got a $5 sub, then they get all $5 of it.
No.
What?
The creator still gets their half. They both get their half.
Oh.
They're both getting paid.
So if I get banned, if I get
sub to you and don't cancel it, you'll still get your residuals, baby.
Yeah, I don't even need to stream. I can't. I'm permabanned.
Yeah, so if you look at that tweet, that's an email that this guy made. He's like, "Hey, you guys I'm still getting paid for people sub to me, and I'm banned."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Well, no crickets. No one says anything." And then other people are like, "Hey, can I get a refund for this?" And they're like, "What? Sorry, I can't hear you."
No, sorry. Refund. Jesus Christ! You're still charging my recurring subs. That's unbelievable. Has Twitch spoken out on this?
I haven't seen anything about it.
Oh my God. Are they that desperate for money?
Probably.
Or is this just slipped through the
Wait,
cracks?
Dude, how much money do you think they were making on the Dr. Disrespect ban alone from that ban?
Oh, I imagine.
Oh shit! New conspiracy theory dropped.
No, shut the fuck up. I'm just saying big people banned like that. Like, how much money is that alone that you're just raking in monthly? Holy shit, dude.
Well, how long what's the maximum amount of time you could sign up for a sub? A year? And he's been gone more than a year, so they're not.
No, it's indefinitely. I have a subscription. I have a subscription for 146 months right now. It's like almost 10 years. I've been subbed to somebody.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, it goes forever until you cancel it. So.
That's insane. That's
weird. I keep seeing this Dr. Disrespect charge. I guess I don't know what the fuck that is. Whatever.
Jesus. Christ. Anything else you got? Genie?
Oh wait, they actually did do that. That's interesting. They did that for him, but no one else. Interesting.
Jesus Christ.
Must have been a high profile.
Dr. Disrespect ban was exceptional because they actually did cancel everybody's subs. They got an email.
When they get him in big trouble, that's not his problem.
Did they just slip through the cracks?
I guess. But apparently, because the Dr. Disrespect one was so high profile, they did do it all manually, where they refunded everybody.
But if you're smaller,
yeah, then I guess
keep
it on. We don't want to we can't take pedophile money, guys, not knowingly, not out in the open. Funny. Only on accident.
Well, I took fake cancer money. I saw somebody accusing me of that. You taking fake cancer money? I was like, I sure did.
Yeah, and you got real cancer for all your time spent there.
Yeah. I took my fake cancer money. Oh man, I think Wings will be back. I tried to contact Wings. He won't answer my contact, so I got a feeling that they're working it a bit. They need him back. Are they gonna just have Boogie there?
Damn it.
Yeah, I think if he was out, he would have talked to me. You know that? If he was out of lolcow.
I don't know, dude. I think if Keem really knew what he was doing, he would ban Jordy, because Jordy is like the Leffen of lolcow,
yes.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's a Leffen.
Does that make? Never mind.
God. Well, he took the fake cancer money. Everybody took it, including Keemstar, including me. Why not take? I accidentally knocked my wife down when I was real hot money.
Dude, it's the yin and yang. Boogie is the Leffen of it. He does all these terrible things and nothing happens to him. Never gets caught.
He never gets caught.
And then Jordy tells the truth and it speaks the truth and gets kicked out, dude. He's the hacks.
You know, if something happens to Wings, I'm going to say Keemstar killed him.
God damn it.
Dude, somebody's gonna make.
Like, I'm gonna get a black beanie. I'm gonna stick dreadlocks in it.
We're all black.
And we're all black. And then I'm gonna say Keemstar did this.
No, way funnier. Get a bird's eye view of his like yard, because I'm sure he has a lot of property, doesn't he? Get a bird's eye view of it and Photoshop different gravestones for like Etika and Boogie and like make like a graveyard in his backyard.
Zach 42 said evidence.fat. Evidence.fat.
Okay, buddy.
Oh Jesus. I can't say, man. I can't stay, man, but here, get a pint. Yeah, I probably should stop doing that.
She's Irish.
Oh, she's Irish. Thank you. I appreciate it. How do you know she's Irish? Well, she got pounds, English pounds.
Well, because she called in before.
She has? Why pounds? She in England? You traitor? Why don't you go back to your home country? She's out of euros. The Irish are on the euros.
I don't know.
Well, they should be on the euros.
Well, wouldn't it depend on? It would depend on which Ireland.
Oh, Northern Ireland, yeah. That's not the real Ireland, though. That's where all the prods live. I'm just kidding, if you're a prod. That's where all the prods are.
She said, I wish I could have my country back, Tommy.
I wish I could have my country back. Oh, she's probably a Catholic living. Then you're okay. Then it's really Ireland. Will's going to kick my ass. Jesus, wish I had my country back. Yeah. Actually, you don't want North. If you live in the Republic, you don't want Northern Ireland back. You do, but you don't. You do, but you don't. It's just like Scotland leaving the United Kingdom. It would not turn out well for them. Never in a million years. So do you have anything else?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I can think of, which is something for a potential after show, is Jim Can't Swim just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
With a new video.
It's not good.
Anybody want to do it in Jim Can't Swim after this?
It's a 30-minute video. I watched it and actually got a couple of chuckles out of me. It's
really?
One,
all right, we'll do if you're a member, sync with the Discord. We'll do Jim Can't Swim after this. 100%.
Yeah, the man just popped up out of nowhere.
Why don't you co-host with me, Seth?
Who's right, me, Genie.
What would you say, Lynn? I'm sorry.
Donate to Tommy and figure out who's right, me or Genie.
How is Technicals getting away with this shit? Because his community thinks it's cool. I mean, they encourage tax. Why not encourage Technicals? I just want people to know about it. I want people to know how twisted these people are. You know? Jesus Christ. The Technicals, I'm going to never let you forget it. Something tells me they'll forget it. You think there's any chance they actually ban Leffen after Technicals video burst? Oh, he's not there. I wonder if there's any chance in the world they actually get Leffen banned. I don't know how that brings Hacks out of his grave, but yeah, doesn't seem like it would do a lot of good. In closing, fuck the truce. I think the truce is permanent. I'm the only one that didn't accept it, and I'm the only one talking about it. Well, yeah, there's a part of me that wishes, there should never been a truce. I wish I could talk about it, but I was told how Technicals behaved during the truce, and it was quite amusing what I was told. Yeah, they called the truce, and they still take fucking underhanded, fucking subtweeted shots at each other. Yeah, so it was the truce. The truce was fake. I don't know why there was a truce. I don't know why there had to be a truce. Have it out. You know what it is? Nobody was winning content-wise. I honestly think if they all took my advice, including Tacticals and Nick and all those guys, if they just said, look, we don't like your video. We don't think this is the right guy to defend. Right? But sure, yeah, people make mistakes, especially when they're like young adults. And we're not going to talk to you, and you're not going to talk to us, and everybody goes their separate ways. But no, everybody had to, you have to get the W. So there you go. Is Keem watching? I don't know. I don't think Keem watches me anymore. I doubt it. I don't think he gives a shit what I do. I guess we're done. I'm sorry. Hey, listen, I played Hurt today.
Tommy, I do have one thing though.
Sure.
Yeah. Since I was there, when is Baited coming back?
Oh, fuck you, motherfucker. Is this what you want? Is this what you want?
He already left.
Yeah, you bitch. Nah, it's heat sinking. It's heat sinking. There you go. Yeah, I'm done. I'll read the so the chat. Red Wim, Technicals motive, he hates Leffen and Jisoo. Jisoo seems like a real good. I said this from America. Will it be tariffed? I don't know. Technicals wants revenge. Yeah, I guess it'll go down. Thanks so much for Grindr. Lecter. I can't say Grindr. thanks for Grindr. What? Yeah.
Almost as good as the tragedy one. There isn't much tragedy in this.
Yeah. There's not a lot of tragedy in this, guy.
Yeah, I know. Only laughs.
No,
it's
agent.
terrible.
Don't fucking.
Whole fucking thing's
Don't
terrible.
remember the fucking evidence.
I honestly think look.
man.
My care in this situation. It's like anybody, young person goes. That's really tragic. That's as far as I don't know the family. I don't know Hacks. I honestly think he's a human being.
Yeah.
I feel like the way I feel about Hacks is a hell of a lot more fucking substantial, as little as that is, than what these guys are doing.
Those links in chat, agent. That's what you should remember Hacks for. Not the fucking .zip shit. Those are the ones you should remember him for.
He's a great player, I'm sure. Everybody said he was like technically brilliant.
One of the most technical people to ever play the game, probably if not the most.
Really? And he said he used to go to tournaments when he was a kid and just like fucking like guys like twice his age, just like
yes, him and I believe J-Man was his name. Yeah, they're both like 12. They just beat the shit out of 20, 30-year-olds in New York.
Yeah,
fucking
funny.
Yeah.
I love stories like that. That's like the old,
Well,
like,
yeah. Wes was one of them. Wes is a guy that goes way back. He was actually one of the people that talked in the funeral. If you watch it, he's like, yeah, man, I've known this kid, and he was really broken. He was like choked up about it. He's like, I've known him since he was this big.
It's terrible.
Yeah, dude.
It's terrible. I do want to say, not everything in that funeral was fucked. Not everything in the funeral.
No, there was good stories.
No, there was good stuff there.
Yeah,
there was good stuff there. But my thing is with technicals. It's not with Hacks, not with Leffen. It's with technicals. He's not helping. And apparently he's dead set on not helping, making things worse. Jesus, I mean, there's more than enough for a nasty exposed video on him. I mean, he's lucky I'm just a streamer. If anybody had like, I mean, there's more than enough stuff to make the most brutal exposed video. And it's video game related. You get some up and comer, you get at least 100,000 hits if you do it right. Nick will probably tweet it out. You know.
There you go.
Yeah, you do a good job. Somebody's going to tweet it out. I'll talk about it if it's good. But there is more than enough on tacticals here. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I can't even log in because of my shit. My phone down here? No, I don't have my phone down here, so I can't even log in. Great. So I can't read out the others because I had to clean my shit out before, so I couldn't even get into this stuff. All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all. I read all the ones, and then we'll do Pats and call it a day.
Yeah.
Relax. You're always too far ahead of me, and you need to go to bed soon, or actually right now.
No, I've got an hour.
You got an hour? I'm probably not logged into Patreon too. Is that Patreon?
God damn it.
Yeah, I don't unlog out of everything.
I can remember some of them. So you just searched the fucking images.
No,
oh my god.
No, well, I thought it would lead me there. Oh, there it is. Right there. That's what I guess this is it. Okay. Was it good? Yeah. Continue. I think I'll be able to do this. Okay. Continue. Oh, yeah. I'm in. I got to read the Pats. Can't read them twice. Thanks so much for your generosity over there. It all helps. Me and Jeannie are talking. We're gonna try to do just about every other day, even in some weekends. So I'll look for us there. Mm-hmm. That's the plan, man. We're gonna try. Nesquik, Outback, Brexon, B, Billion Bones. B and Billion Bones are two different people, by the way. Blue Jack, Cody Grill, Final Flash, G-Man, Little Man Lee, not your typical mob. Panic Putt, Teller G, Thomas C's Cat, Drippy Savage, Winter Gaming Genie, and Picklington. Thanks so much for your $10 a month and a guaranteed read. And let's go. If you have a Patreon, a Twitch, a Kick, a member here, you can go. We can do the after show. I gotta go blow my fucking nose. I'm unbelievably sick, and I am very proud of myself that I stuck it out this far. So we'll see. Yeah, I persevered. Man. I'm bad shape, man. Let me tell you. Somewhere else, no. Make it a stage. The last one we did was free, so this one.
He's gotta go piss.
Who, me? No, I don't. I have to blow my nose.
You're saying
I've got to blow
it's a bit of meme.
Oh. Since when? Like, who started that? I mean,
That's
that was like an inside
Jeannie.
thing. Jeannie found out about it because I did pee for every show. Yeah.
No, you tell me, let them know, be a couple minutes, and then eventually, like, just let them know I'm taking a piss. So I do that.
Yeah, but I take it. Yeah,
And so
I
now,
have it's a nerve thing. Every time before a show,
every
I take a
single
piss.
time,
I didn't do
yeah.
it this time though.
Yeah, good on you. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
Good job.
Go to bed, woman.
No, I'm not. I still have an hour. I'm watching my.
All right.
I'm watching the Jim Can't Swim. Plus, I'm gonna make a little bit of dinner.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right. Well, I'm sick as a dog. I got to see you guys more than likely Wednesday. See you soon.